In the ancient world, love was never left to chance. Before dating apps, before psychology, before romantic ideals, love was approached as a sacred force, one that required intention, preparation, and ritual. Ancient civilizations believed that attraction was not random. It could be invited, strengthened, and aligned. This is why love rituals existed, not as superstition, but as symbolic acts designed to shape the inner world before attempting to influence the outer one. In ancient Sumer, love was understood as a cosmic union. The sacred marriage ritual symbolized the joining of masculine and feminine forces, not only between people, but between heaven and earth. This ritual was never about possession. It was about harmony. Participants prepared themselves through cleansing, offerings, and intention, because love, in this worldview, required readiness. In ancient Egypt, love rituals were deeply connected to magic and spoken word. Words were believed to shape reality. Spells were written on papyrus, names were spoken with precision, and amulets were worn close to the heart. But these rituals were not meant to control another person. They were meant to align the self with the qualities one wished to attract. Love, to the Egyptians, responded to inner order. In ancient Greece, love rituals focused on timing and symbolism. Offerings were made to Aphrodite at dawn or dusk, the liminal moments between worlds. Flowers, honey, mirrors, and water were used to represent beauty, reflection, and emotional flow. These rituals acknowledged something modern culture often forgets. Love has seasons. It cannot be forced. It can only be met at the right moment. In Norse traditions, love rituals were tied to courage and commitment. Freya, goddess of love and battle, represented passion that demanded strength. Rituals were not passive or soft. They required honesty, risk, and resolve. Love was not seen as comfort, but as transformation. Across cultures, one principle remained constant. Rituals were never shortcuts, they were mirrors. Ancient people understood that love could not be summoned without scent. Before asking for connection, one had to ask a deeper question. What am I truly ready to receive? This is where modern interpretations often fail. Today, love rituals are presented as formulas. Light a candle, say a phrase, wait for results. But ancient wisdom tells a different story. Rituals were not about getting hurt. They were about becoming more present, more honest, more aligned. The act itself was transformative. Lighting a candle symbolized clarity. Water symbolized emotional flow. Fire symbolized desire. Earth symbolized stability. Each element asked the same question: are you in harmony with yourself? Because love, according to ancient understanding, does not respond to desperation. It responds to coherence. This is why many ancient rituals began with silence, grounding, and self-examination. The goal was not to attract love at any cost, but to attract the right form of love for the person one had become. In this sense, ancient love rituals were deeply psychological. They externalized inner states and made intention visible. Ancient culture treated love as something to prepare for, not something to chase. And that may be the most important lesson of all. Love is not summoned by desire alone. It is invited by readiness. When rituals are understood this way, they are no longer mystical tricks. They become acts of alignment. And perhaps this is why ancient love rituals still resonate today. Not because they promise control, but because they remind us of something we have forgotten. That love, at its core, is not about finding someone to complete us, but about meeting ourselves fully before asking another to meet us. If this ancient perspective resonated with you, it was not by chance. Follow this channel to continue the journey, because some wisdom does not arrive loudly. It reveals itself quietly when we are finally ready to listen.